Hello, Hope. Good morning. I just read your comment on Discord. And I agree. He could go with Shiny. He could go with Shiny, do those dance moves, and it would make more sense. For me, in my opinion. Hey, Marushka, it would make more sense. Because actually, yeah, like those are for a more adult kind of music. Like I don't know if I'm making sense, but I was just like, I was thinking about the lyrics. I was thinking about that song and other NCT songs, and I'm like, hello, Ina, and I'm like, really that dance move? Okay, like like it's not. It doesn't matter to me. I'm sure it was amazing for the people that are there. A great experience, but for me it was like, wait. Was like, wait. And the more I watch it, because I believe probably he will continue to do those. Um, but I'm like, it doesn't match. And it's awkward because if you see the other members, they have to sort of follow the rest of the song. And it's like, yeah, thank you for that moment, but like there's no, for example, if it was like love on the floor, those kind of concepts of, I don't know, I don't remember Johnny's song when he is in this sort of like shower where he's in this glass cage. I don't know what it's called, but in there is more fitting. In there is like, oh, okay, I get it, but it seems a bit rushed, like, okay, here's my moment, here is my center, so I will make my center what I want. I don't know. I think that it's not bad, but it's a bit like I don't know. Hello, Adriana. He's matching Mino here. Yeah, for example, Mino, or for example, Shiny song, body rhythm, body rhythm. For example, that song, that sound, very melodic, a bit like, you know, Caribbean, I want to say, but a bit more like it matches the move of the body, but. And Utah is my bias. I want to clarify that Utah is my bias. That's why I get to watch his fan cams and all those things. Utah is my bias. And I want him to be a rock star, but I feel that we are still not in the rock star. We're still not getting that song. I want us to get that song, and then I want to see it like full develop. Hello, Akira. Body Rhythm is an amazing song. And also it's like an adult song. It's very like, it matches their energy. To me, Mino Vibe is different. It's super friendly with showing off his body. And it's cute actually showing off. Maybe we will get Utah solo announcement suddenly, like for Jaehyun. I don't know. From what I got in the cards, I didn't see it. Like I see I see that probably he will be busy with other things. Because I think that probably it has to do. I have to rewatch the when I pull cards for him, but I think that also it has to do that Aren, no, not Aren, is SM in this sort of transition? Are they going to change CEOs, or are they? I know something is happening again, because I saw what you shared, Marushka, and I believe I saw something too, and I'm like, no, not this again, not this again. Again, another year of, you know, this drama, this drama, and us here that we are waiting for our favorites, or we are supporting our artists, and we are sort of like, hey, Jadam. Hey, Sana Hort, I didn't see you there. Hello, Sana. Akira, didn't I put you like a moderator? Wait, I have to put you back. It's going to be at least 1 year drama if Lee Suman and Hai will get involved. If not, yeah, it's not even 2 years, yeah? Yeah. I think again we are going to start to get distracted by the drama. It's going to be messy. It's going to be messy. At least in 2023, among the drama and this new CEO that they had, at least back then, I could see that they were going to rush comebacks. You know, we had a lot of SM artists comebacks and events and different things. It's not like, oh, it was, you know, I know that some fans were disappointed, some people didn't get what they wanted, but we have to be honest, there was a lot of content, there was a lot of work for the artist, in the sense that it seems like almost all the SM artists had their comeback, they had their, you know, their music, they had their moment. 2023 was busy for them. Now this year, I don't know, I don't know, maybe I can pull some cards, but I don't know. Just SM is so messy that I get a sort of like, ugh, I don't like. Today is Twice's second concert in Mexico. Oh, I did see some TikToks. Yeah, I did watch those. They look amazing. Yes, it's been a while. I wanted to see how you was doing. I was a bit lazy. Oh, I hope you're doing okay, Sana Hort. The SMCO Jang and Chris Lee are out. Possibly some will be inducted, including Cacao. Another mess. Hopefully the artists won't be affected. Power is back again. I'm not forgetting they tried to pull Taemin's comeback though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Hope. Yeah, we want to know about our favorites, yes. Hey, Samara. Aren't you at work? Samara had her birthday yesterday, guys. Ah, you work on Sunday. Are you resting then? Yesterday I started watching this K-drama called Doctor Slump. It was okay. And I watched the 2 episodes that were available. I'm supposed to go out later, but I think I'm on script. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah, and also knowing that you have to work tomorrow, it's like it cuts all the fun in the middle. Like, yeah. You must be so tired, Samara. I'm having so much fun, Hope, with this Japanese series. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name. But I was watching it because Hope shares with me some links. But unfortunately, I did finish the links. Yeah, I did finish it, Hope. The ones you shared. Yeah, Goku-sen. I did finish it, and it led me to season 3. Is it possible? Another clip that it was like a different scene, but I believe I finished episode 3 because there was like a small clips of the same episode. But yeah, I will have to look for it because I was so entertained. Like, I love it. And also I loved the, because it's about this Yakuza family. Yakuza, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yakuza, probably you say. I do have a problem with the Y's, guys, to pronounce it, because here in my country we don't pronounce well the Y's. So, but I did love like the reflections of the grandparent, the grandfather, his reflections, like his messages were so beautiful. I loved it. So that's why I want to keep watching, because I love the messages that it has. Each episode has like a message. I loved it. The iconic the show. We cannot say why. Like, I cannot pronounce well because I cannot. Oh my God. I know. And also, like, Korean names have a lot of Y's, a lot of J's as well. Hey, Reem. For today to read, I have another duo. Actually, these are 3 people for singles Inferno. Then I have new groups that I don't know much about. I have, is it possible that it is VCHA? I believe it's the JYP group, VCHA, V with a V. Then I have Nexz and TWS. I don't know, guys. If you know any of these groups, please help me like how to pronounce them, because I don't know. Cool. Matsumoto Jun is also in season 1, but the female lead is awesome. So funny. Yeah, I like her so much. I like her so much. She's amazing. I love it when she gets on Yakuza mode, because her eyes, like, when she gets that serious, that passionate, that intense, it's hilarious. And she looks at the camera, it's hilarious. Yeah, but that actor Matsumoto Jun, he's really handsome. He's very beautiful, very beautiful. Like, I can tell why they do a lot of close-ups on his face. Yeah. My mom was trying to send me with a guy that worked in a store near us, because she likes his Argentinian accent. Wow. Yeah, I believe all of them are children. But yeah, I'm not going to read for them fully. It's just to put some cards to see what they have. You know, what's their potential to initiate this. Yeah. Yeah. How is it? VCHA? And that guy, that TWS, is that how it's pronounced? Yeah, but it's to look at their names and what they represent and their brand, not them energetically, them as, you know, oh, who are they? You know, it's more about, okay, as a group, as a brand, you know, what's their potential? It's not to go deep into their energy and see what they're about. It's more about, okay, they are out as a group, let's see what they have available. Beat. Next. TWS. Oh my God. No, who? Oh, it's a hype group, right? Or not, it's not it's a playlist group. Well. Then I'm going to read for Doyoung, because it was his birthday, and then Treasure, another Aquarius member, Treasure Jungwon. And then I don't have others. No. I think VCHA's youngest is 15. Plays as under hype, so yeah. I was like, I'm getting the influence. I don't read for actors. No. I think I was learning how to ride it and at 10 speed at age 15 or something. Jeffrey Solo? Okay. I'm still surprised about this, about Jaehyun Solo. I'm still surprised, I have to say. It's like, I'm happy, but I'm surprised. I'm like, I didn't see it coming, really. I knew about the acting thing. I was like, oh, but a solo about music? I don't know. Oh my God, Jokusen. I was watching drama since senior high school. That's what I was saying, that I was telling Hope that while I was watching, especially the female lead, the girl that is the teacher, the way she dressed back then, it was very 2000s. You know, I remember she was wearing a gray or a beige kind of jacket, and I had that jacket. I had it. I had that same jacket, and also the jeans, you know, like everything except the hair. I mean, because you know that in these anime sort of live actions, they sort of accentuate the hair. Well, we did have crazy colors, but not so much with the huge hair. Which is funny. I always think about you know these Japanese live actions or animes where you have certain characters that they have huge hair. You know, they have a lot of hair. They have a lot of like crazy hairdos, and I believe that they are not that hairy. Like they don't have much hair. Like actually, like I don't know. I can talk for myself here. That's why when I see people with crazy hair, I'm like, wow. I always loved like Japanese and maybe people from Asia, Asia, um, that they don't have much hair, you know, because it's a whole struggle when you have a lot of hair. Like it's not glamorous. Like it's not glamorous. Um, it's you cannot control it. like, but I guess that they do love it. They do love the crazy hairdos, and but for me that I have a lot of hair, I wouldn't do those things on my hair because it wouldn't survive. I cannot even like put some gel on it or some hairspray because it goes crazy afterwards. Because it absorbs a lot the product because I have a lot of hair. Everyone is still surprised. He said we were getting music from before, but I ain't hearing nothing but then. Hey, Fluffy. Okay. I'm going to start with this. First, I'm going to pull two cards. I'm not going to make it extend because this company drains my energy. And I think I'm going to address this now, today, February the 3rd, and then we're going to move on because you know how it is with SM. I'm going to pull two cards for them to see their energy or what's available for them in 2024. And then next to it, I'm going to pull cards for the artist. So, yeah. SM, two card artist. I wanted to see the cards, but I don't know. I don't know if you can see them. No, you cannot see them. No, you cannot see them. No, you cannot see the cards. But well, guys, I will show it to you, the cards. I want you to see the table, but let's see if I push it away a bit. But I am too far away. I cannot read you. Okay. And then I'm going to pull. You can see it? Oh, okay. If you can. Okay. 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 Okay, for SM, they got two major arcanas. I'm trying to figure out which major arcana it is. Wait. Why all of a sudden did I forget which major arcana this is? Wait, let me think. 12 is the Hammond. Because in this deck I have the number and I have a keyword, but I don't have the major arcana name. But let me think. I can remember it. We have the Hammond, then we have Death, then after Death we have the Temperance, then we have the Devil. Is it the Tower? Ah, the Star. I was forgetting about them. I was forgetting about the what carries it was. It just left my mind. I was like, wait. It was the Star. It was the Star. Like the keyword is heal. It's not that complex, but you know the keyword heal. It can be a lot of, especially because we have a lot of chains here. So I'm like, either this is the Temperance or it's the Devil. Sorry guys, I was like thinking. So the Star for SM, and then we have the Fool. So new beginnings, liberation, some kind of healing. This is more than I would say. Oh my! I would say it's deeper. This transformation that they want to achieve is deeper than just some transaction or something about money or something about them selling and buying and just money and stocks and you know. I think that it like the transformation that they're going to go through is about fixing something. So it could be good. It could be good. For the artist, we have the artist. They got two cards of twos. So we have Two of Pentacles and Two of Wands. So I think that also it shows the duality in the artist. But I think that also the two, what is asking of them is more flexibility. Is flexibility, adaptability. You know, be like a boomerang. Like you go with whatever comes up. And also have faith. Have faith. You know, the Two of Wands is like open to receive. Open to receive. Be hopeful. Be hopeful. Adapt and you will get a reward. So I see it very positive for SM and for the artist involved. I think that it's very interesting that the keywords here in these cards is the keyword is the first one of the Star is heal, and then of the Fool we have the keyword of trust. That is like, okay, just surrender to the universe. Just trust. Just trust and start all over. That I think that the good thing about this would be the potential to start over. The potential to do things differently. For the first time, you know, for the first time, and I think that this would mean literally a new beginning. Not like the other times where a new beginning or a new era or a new something was promised, but actually it wasn't that easy to achieve. In here, I think that some decisions are going to be made, or there's going to be some. I would say that the people that are going to acquire this are going to be very specific about, like, okay, we are going to get this, we are going to buy this from you, but we want to start over. So, you better let us start over. Let us heal. And also with the star card, there's something about destiny. There's something about probably the people that wants to acquire SM has a sort of mission to sort of purge, heal some things from the past. Because you cannot build something in there if you don't heal, or if you don't sort of acknowledge the things that were not okay from the past, that are still lingering in the air. It's, and I think that it can be from spiritual to emotional to bad decisions, and just it's like, okay, let's be like, let's get ready to heal. Let's get ready to heal. I don't know if I said this before, because we often talk about SM building. I believe I said this when I read for them last year, but there's something about, you have to sort of sage that building. You have to go and sage that whole building. And I don't know what you believe in, like if they believe in the power of whoever, go and, I don't know, light some candles, light some incense, like just, purge everything. Everything. Heal. Heal. You want to start over? Heal. Like, bring the light, bring the positivity. Like, set yourselves free. There's a lot of guilt in SM. There's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of karma, there's a lot of karma. There's a lot of heavy energy of things that weren't properly healed in the moment. And the people that work there, they sort of carry that burden with them, that energetic sort of like baggage. Like, it doesn't matter if you're new and you're just starting, it catches up on you. You get it, you absorb it somehow, unless you are very protected. And also, I think that there was a lot of restrictions in the past. Like, I don't know, like, and I think that I said this when I read for Chris Lee. I don't know, what was the reason why he was kicked out. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that the guy really wanted to start over. Like, the guy had this sort of visionary, like, he really wanted a change for SM. He really wanted, like, it's just that what he wanted it very fast. Like, he had this vision of, like, okay, once I'm in there, once I take over the power, like, we will do this. And no, things were slowed down, things were postponed, a lot of things weren't available for him to get things done, a lot of disagreements, a lot of things being managed horribly. They do have bad management, so I don't know. But definitely this year for SM is going to be of a lot of cleansing, a lot of healing, also a lot of liberation, and then becoming more optimistic that the future will be better. The future will be better. It's just that I think that there's something about them, and this, when I think about You know, sometimes we think about SM and we are like, oh, because, you know, they have this concept of being visionaries and the technology and the brand new things, you know. And then when we talk about YG, we are like, no, because YG, you know, we always talk about YG being a Capricorn and having this Capricorn sort of like, okay, this had worked in the past, we are going to do it again. But at the same time, because SM, I notice I always get the Hierophant with them. So I think that YG can be very, very Capricorn, but SM is also very Taurus. SM is also very Taurus-like. Because every time I pull cards for their artists, the company is behind. It's like they have this sort of slogan, they have this sort of motto of like, oh yeah, we are the future, we believe in the future, but they don't let go of certain things. They don't give freedom. It's like, yeah, they love fancy things, but they are very slow when it comes to really accepting the change. It's like they want the change when they are pleased with how they want it. If you want to do it differently, no, you're gonna do it. I don't give you permission. You have to follow the tradition. It's like being original or being, you know, sort of like futuristic. They held on so tight to the title that they are just so stubbornly hang in there, but they are actually not being that futuristic if you think about it. They're just being stubborn. They are not repeating the same patterns when it comes to music, because they do have some interesting concepts, but it's like they also are fixated in this, like, we have to have interesting concepts. So it's like you are stuck in there, even if you promote this as original. But what if we don't want original? What if we want something, I don't know, more stable, something not that futuristic, something a bit much more, I don't know, simple, for example. Because if we think about, for example, Rise, we get the guitar, I wouldn't say they are old school, but if you notice, Get a Guitar, it's a very, like, it's a good song, it has guitar. It's very entertaining. It's very catchy. It's like, you know, you don't hurt your ears when you listen to Get a Guitar. And I think that sometimes we have to go for the simpler moments, you know, and not so much like, you know, like it doesn't have to be the flashy all the time. But I think that here with the Fool is also a card that is like, okay, you have a wish for your company, you want your company to be better, to be successful. You sort of have to let go a bit of the tradition, because when I see the Hierophant, this is the first thing I think. Like SM has this vibe of we have to maintain the traditions, because SM artists are like this. And we have this tradition. You know, and the card of the Fool is like, but these are new times. These are new times. Let go of the tradition. And also heal. Heal. Recognize that you didn't heal back then. That there were a lot of things that you just couldn't heal. So yeah, it's very intense. Una limpia, sí. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Limpia in Spanish means like when you sage, when you sage with a lot of herbs. Usually in Mexico, but also in other parts of the of Latin America, because we also have aborigines here in Argentina, and they use the same system. It's like the limpia is like when you grab all these sort of like herbs and you put them all together and you sort of like hit people with it, and you're like go play. For example, in my case, when I sage, I burn some herbs, and I go through around the house, and that smoke is supposed to sort of liberate, the atmosphere, if there's some heaviness, if there's some negativity, if there's something, the fire sort of transmutes that, it's a ritual. And I think that, yeah, that SM needs that, yeah. New beginning number. Oh, NCT Wish. Oh, we can add them to the new groups. That sounds suspiciously too positive for SM. Yeah, it sounds very spiritual all of a sudden. I don't know who is going to buy this, but maybe the person that buys this or has a sort of influence in this is very spiritual. It can be a shaman. It can be someone spiritual, maybe. The Capricorn Company. Hey, Stray Kids Pink Lover. SM feels very Aquarius Taurus. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, yeah, we are so innovative. We are the cool kids. Yeah, we are a family. But at the same time, you don't let your artist breathe. You're always there. Every time I ask about a random member, you are there. It's like you are like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You're like there all the time. Like, yeah. Apparently, Chris Lee couldn't stop the allegedly illegal dealings. And now Cacao is in trouble. I'm going to focus on the artist. Yeah, makes me wonder. My native families here, Sage and Curandera friends, perform limpias. They need it all. Yeah. Cafe Minam Dang vibes. Yeah, it's definitely 100%. SM employees will all meditate and do Reiki in front of us building every morning for 1 hour from now on with the new bus. Okay, for the artist. Okay, yeah, for the artist, like I said, the keywords of this card is the Two of Pentacles. The keyword is find balance. That they did really, like, if you ask an SM artist to find balance, they are like, I always been trying to find balance in here. Like, don't remind me. And then the other keyword of the Two of Wands is spread your wings. It's like, be ambitious, believe in the future. There's future. You can plan. You can look ahead and be like, okay. But don't forget to be balanced. Don't forget to be flexible. These are moments where they still, because the two cards are twos. So they will sort of feel like they are starting over again. Like they will have that very new vibe. Of course, from their side, we have the Fool, so definitely new beginnings. So it's going to be a very interesting year for the SM artists because they will feel like, okay, again I have to adapt to someone new. Again I have to adapt and sort of wake up every morning to watch the news and see what is going on with my company, with the company that I'm under. So for them, it's going to feel a bit like shaky, you know, like, okay, like, are you playing with our careers? What are you doing here? You know, like, they are going to feel a bit restless, you know, a bit unstable, you know, like, there's potential, but there's also some moments of like, when is this going to get real? Like, you know, we're tired of just like juggling and be like, okay, yeah, tomorrow is going to be a good day, but I don't know, something can happen. Yeah, a lot of things can happen, but I think that it depends of their mentality. I think that they have to be patient because at the end, the artists are going to get the possibility to dream bigger, and probably a lot of artists that had been put on hold, or a lot of artists that didn't get the recognition, or they maybe, I don't know, submitted their ideas, what they wanted to do, their solo projects, their individual projects, the groups that didn't get also the opportunity to have more comebacks, you know, is the moment to start like doing a list of what you want. I would advise like SM artists to get ready. While in the meanwhile, while they are waiting and juggling the sort of uncertainty of this process, I would advise them to start thinking and planning ahead. Okay, if one day you have to sit with the new CEO or whoever is going to be, if they ask you what do you want, what are you going to say? You know, also connect with your desire and your ambition. If you had the possibility to ask for something as an artist, what would you ask? And be ready, because you might get an opportunity or you might get a confirmation, so you better know what you want. I don't know, maybe it could be some artists that are like, you know, I want out. I don't want nothing from you. I just want to be set free. You know, thank you so much. This was great. I'm done. You know, thank you so much. I have a vision that is outside this company. That can also happen. But I think that definitely SM artist has to be ready to sort of be very connected with what do you want for your career. Because they will be asked this, and this is a very important question, especially for the artists that they never had this question being brought up to them. You know, they never had someone that asked this, and this is very personal. So I think that they should review, like, really, guys, what do you want? And be honest. And yeah, the card of the oracle that they got is Saturn in Libra devotion. So yeah, very Libra card, you know, seventh house, the house of Libra. So a lot of negotiation, but also this, you know, when we think about you know, some artists that maybe they want something new, they are like, you know, I don't want to be here anymore. But then there's others that are very devoted to SM. So even if you think like the most rebellious ones or the ones that are very outspoken about certain things, they will not leave. There's a lot of devotion for SM. This is what they have. This is what they have as their precious tool, is that they sort of create, you know, like, I don't know how to say it in English, like a culture, They create a culture. SM is a culture. So there's a lot of devotion. And also from the fans. Probably the fans are like, oh, you know, I'm so tired of this. But at the end, you're going to be devoted anyways. So, you know, we can have our differences, but at the end, we will all be waiting. So, you know, it's time that we also acknowledge that we are devoted to this company. It doesn't matter what they want to do with it. It's like we will be sitting and waiting. And the artists also are devoted to the company. And this is something that we have also to sort of accept, you know, because sometimes there's this narrative of like, oh, no, this is a mess, I wish they would leave, you know, they are not happy, and we don't know how they feel about their company. You know, sometimes, yeah, definitely SM has some things, you know, that we had seen it. Lately there had been some things that you were like, really? You didn't check that before you posted? But at the same time, if they're healing, we will be there. I don't know. Makes a lot of sense seeing how long-lasting their groups artists are. Yeah, it's just that we have to stop like the narrative of like, oh, you know, I wish they would leave because this and this and maybe your artist or your favorite group or whoever doesn't want to leave. Maybe they don't want to leave, and that's okay. I mean, maybe the food is good in there. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a family dynamic. You know, it's the same. Yeah, Hope is the same as a family dynamic because it is the same. Remember this thing that usually happens in families. When, for example, if you have an annoying brother, you know, and you always talk bad about that brother. Oh, because he's annoying, he does this, he's that, na. Yeah. But at the end, if a stranger comes to talk bad about your brother, you don't feel the same. You get on the defensive. You put that person in their place because that person is my brother. I have I can talk bad about him because he's my brother. You cannot, because you are a stranger and you don't know what is going on in our dynamic. So yeah, you can whine all you want, and sometimes people are like, you know, this is why sometimes when, for example, when it comes, I don't have brothers or sisters, but for me, I did see it with my cousins. When they are upset at each other, they come to me and they sort of like release all their anger, and they're like, you have no idea what happened, you know, she did this to me, then she did this, she's awful, she's mean, she's this, she's that. Then next week they're going to be like, nothing happened. They make up because it's family drama, and I'm not part of the family dynamic, even though there's someone that is like sort of like being like, you know what happened? This happened. I'm so angry. And it's like, oh. But if you get in that drama, you're going to get like, you're going to get into something that is not about you. It's not about you. The food. Well, the devil is in there. I wouldn't be Be shocked. Just that it's like it's a toxic mentality. Probably there's a lot of guilt tripping. It's like you better stay because you did this, or you probably are not going to get a better opportunity. There's and also there's like this loyalty. Because we got the kind of devotion. So maybe for us that we are outsiders, we are like, if it was me, I would have left already. But for them, it's like, no, I will stay until they let me go because I'm not leaving. It's a sick definition of family, but it happens, Samara. It's not a sick definition. It happens. It happens in all relationships. It's like I can talk bad. If I had a husband, I can talk bad about my husband, but he's my husband. Then I move on, and probably I make up, and I still am married. But yeah, probably I said negative things about them. But yeah, they are. At the end, I still choose them, even if I can get days when they get on my nerves, when I am like tired, and I talk very negatively of them. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to separate myself from that member or from a partner. Sometimes we just want to complain. Sometimes we just want to complain. We just not want to complain. And also we don't know what it means to them emotionally, that building. It's not, I wish, things were that easy, that we would be like, oh yeah, I don't like this about you, bye. It's not like that. There's a lot of years, a lot of effort put in there. Of course, a lot of, tension. There's a lot of people, a lot of different characters. There's a lot of fights, I'm sure. But there's history in there. When you have a history with someone, when you have a history, even in a job, that it can be a corporation and it can be really toxic, you are immersed in there. That's why I say that it's the culture. You are immersed in there. And it's not that clear as day where you're like, oh, okay, I'm leaving. And also not all the artists has the potential to be like, yeah, I'm going to grab my things and I'm going to go. Okay, bye. I wish they could. But it's not easy. Life is not easy. Like, it's the same as you working for a company that actually that they're not the best, but you need the money. And you need the stability that working for the place provides for you. Because maybe looking for another job is actually a bit difficult out there. Maybe there's not much options. And also we have to think about their attachments. There's maybe some artists that they don't have family around. So the company, maybe the people that work in there, another artist, maybe they are their family. So it's different for all of them. And also the years. It's tough. It's tough. It's not like, oh, I don't like it, I'm leaving. There's, like I said, the card that they got, there's devotion in there. There's devotion. It can be a toxic devotion. It can get toxic. Yeah, it can get toxic. But there's this sort of like, I cannot leave you, because you and I are one. It's not like Jesse changing company every 6 months. Because that's the thing. That's the thing, Marushka. Sometimes, and this is something that also happens to regular people that we go to work, is the same. We always think that outside we're going to get something better. And maybe we do. And we are excited, because I had coworkers that did that. And then they regret it because they are like, I left this place to go to this new job that they were promising me that they would give me this and these benefits and I would get more money and and everything was great the first 2 months. Then the reality hit me that they were like exploding me, that they lied to me, that actually what they promised me wasn't that good, and then you go and you have to go and find another job. And then you go through the same, a lot of promises, a lot of yeah, we will treat you the best. Yeah, you are the best. You have all the qualifications, you have the experience, we are welcome, we want someone like you. And then it's all lies. Then you see it, and then you go through job to job, trying to find the ideal one that probably, it's not that you cannot find it, but I think that it's something that I don't think that all the artists can go through all different companies and be like, I don't like it here, bye. I'm going to go to the other one, to see if they will have me. You have to be someone big as Jessie, definitely. Because if it was another group, they would be like, okay, we are out. What do we do now? Do you have any contacts? Do you have any famous friend that has a company that can sort of sign me up, please? In a relationship, we have various moments and stories, the same thing with work. We fight together, but as long as we have the respect, then it becomes another dynamic progress for being stronger. Just in a comment. It's blind loyalty, and we can fault them for that because it's their family. Yeah, we have to think also about, the people that probably they were raised in that company, in that building. And like I told you, sometimes when I read, it seems like the people in there have seen it all. They definitely are not blind. They know what the business is about. But they also have another privileges from being an SM artist that maybe other idols didn't get back then. There's some good, some pros, and some cons. But the good thing is that now it's looking good. They asked Jessie who was worse boss, Psy or J Park. She said they are equally bad. Well, Jessie is a Sagittarius, and she has bosses that I believe I said this. Psy, I believe, is a Capricorn, and J Park, isn't he a Taurus? And they are men. And she is a female artist. So, they are wanting to be dominant over her eventually. Even if they say that, I respect your music, I respect your style, I respect your vibe. Yeah, it's all cool, but you know what? I am the authority here. You are my employee. And probably there's something about Jessie, just maybe she wants to be her boss herself, because she has a lot of she has a lot of energy, she has a lot of personality, so I guess it makes sense that she could clash with some people, especially a Capricorn and a Taurus. Because for them it's like, okay, I invested in you, you better give me results. Nothing is perfect. Female Sagittarius, you can be stuck in one place and be obedient. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Female Sagittarius are tough. They are tough female. And I believe her moon is also in fire. I believe her moon is in Leo. No, not Leo, Aries. Her moon is in Aries. The woman is full fire. She has no attachment to anyone but herself. It's all about me, what I want, what I want. And probably when she says something, even though it's very true, she's going to burn some people. You know, this is why I'm like, you know, sometimes I worry about the fire signs being idols or being in this industry, you know, because this industry is so restrictive. There's so many things, like, yeah, you can be the cool artist, you can be like the rebellious one, but at the end of the day, you have to be respectful. And there's certain protocols that you cannot skip, you know, and when you are a fire sign, the first thing about you is your authenticity, your transparency. You don't think before you talk. You just talk. You just talk. Or you just do. And then you are like, oh yeah, this happened. Yeah, no, but there's some well, actually, earth signs, it's not about the word being stuck, but I think that we earth signs, we love to feel comfortable and we love routine. So, and also we love fancy things. So, for example, if I have a CEO like Psy, or for example, like J Park, I don't know J Park, I know he has a controversial personality, but I think that if they are like the ones that are like, okay, I'm going to give you I don't know, resources for you to have like a fancy MB or a fancy this, and I would be like, wow, I'm happy. I'm already happy because you gave me something material, something fancy, something luxurious, and I love it. You know, and maybe for someone like Jessie, she's like, you know, the concept, I don't like it. You're asking me to stand in there and I don't like it. I want to move, I want to get out, I want to be more provocative, I want to be more free to do this, and you don't want me. You're always correcting me, you're always telling me to follow a path, a routine that I don't want to. I want to do me. So yeah. Some people try on routine like earth signs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you move me a lot. You move me like around a lot, and I'm like, really? You want me to change again? Like I already changed. Like, let's come back. Like again. You want me to dye my hair again, like a crazy color again? I'm going to get bald. Like you know, like those things, like plus she's from New Jersey. That's even harder in Korea. Yeah, probably like, you know, like I think it would get on my nerves as well, because I cannot imagine what those guys talk about in their offices, at their office, as CEOs. I just wouldn't want to be in the conversation. Like I would be like, really? This is how you think? Like, okay, bye. Oh no. Men in power, no. Yeah. Yeah. Like. No, and And also the vibe, the vibe of like, sitting here like this, like I'm the authority, sitting here like, you do what I tell you, because I run this place. So yeah, this is what you have to do. Bye. Oh no, yeah, no. Ah, no, 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 no. I admire so much like K-pop idols, and especially females. I admire them so much because the patience that they have to do. Like, oh my God, like, oh no, I would get violent. Like, I would get like, no. I wouldn't even be able to control my face. Like, but it's their world. They rule it. They rule it. So yeah, it's their world. Yeah, sometimes people think that do whatever they want is cool, but there are some things we should learn about working together is to understand about what you want to do and what you need. As a fellow fire sign, I'm just thankful she did not beat them up. I mean, I don't know why I get the feeling that she would throw something at them. Because I would get, I would get like, yeah, like, it's just that I admire so much like the K-pop idols that are fire signs, and I totally get it when they become soloist, when they are like, okay, yeah, this was great, guys, with you and the group and everything, but like I need to be true to myself. I cannot keep the facade. I cannot keep it. I cannot keep it because I'm getting aggressive inside. I'm feeling I'm feeling that I'm boiling. So, I need to let it out. I need to let it out. I sometimes I feel like the idols have so much patience. This is why you have a lot of water signs. You have a lot of air signs also. You have a lot of earth signs. You have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because they will endure it. They will endure it. They will just endure it. Go back and do it all over again every day. The same. Do it. Practice, practice, practice. It's like go all day. It's like, and fire signs are like, okay, yeah, I thought this was going to be fun, and this is not fun. You lied to me. Being in entertainment is not fun. Yeah, I would lose it. Yeah, I would lose it. I would lose it. My Latin American part would come out because I cannot stand the like. And honestly, I don't know what I've been watching a lot of K-dramas that have these moments of these sort of like bosses or these bosses or supervisors that they in the K-dramas they sort of have these angry moments towards a female staff, and they do the attempt to hit them because they're upset because they made a mistake, and you are a female and you don't know what you're doing, and they have that, and I'm like, what? I'm like, here in my country, like you ever like, if you ever attempt to raise your hand at me, you can go to jail. And I don't care who you are, boss or whoever. Why would like oh no, because it's a superior. But why is the superior like sort of attempting to to hit a woman or throwing things at her or just pushing her. Like no, because actually, because it's a gay drama, of course, I don't think that if those things happen in these offices or in these sort of closed places, there's no, K-drama, male lead that is going to come and stop it. There's no hero in real life, maybe these things happen and actually the woman does get beaten. Oh my. In Mexico, in theory, same, but if it really happens, nothing would get done. Yeah. It used to be more of boy groups, and doesn't make it hard. Being a female more idol was much harder since being a woman is hard. But when I started to stand more girl groups, oh my God, warrior. Yeah, the things that they must endure, because they always have the 7 of Wands, so they're always on defense. So I have a huge respect for girl groups because. Yeah, and what you say, Akira, about the law and protection to female, yeah, it's a joke actually, because we do have, unfortunately, we do have a lot of aggressive episodes towards females, towards women. We are vulnerable in every part of the world. I believe we are very vulnerable, but I think that this is something that probably we Latin American we have, is that if I see that someone is like shouting at you, and if I'm close to that scenario, I'm going to get involved. And I know that there's people that are like, in Asian countries, like, don't get involved because, you probably can go to jail or something like this, because then if it's a couple, then they make up and you are being looked like a fool. But I think that there's something, hey Carlos, but there's something about us, as we are very reactionary. Like if I see that, that there's someone, like for example, grabbing a girl by the arm and pushing her, and like I have to middle in, I have to do something, I have to help her, I have to help her. Like, I cannot be like, oh no, I don't, if something is going on, I don't see it. No. Like, oh. Especially as a fellow woman, and also as a human, if I see something, I cannot just stay indifferent, it's like, I don't, sometimes when we are like, oh, you don't have to, you should just stay out of these things. But your body doesn't know when it actually is happening. You go and you help people. It's like that survival instinct. Like I cannot look away, I cannot act like, oh, okay, no, if I'm not looking, it's not happening. Okay, guys, so enough with the ranting, because you know how I get. I start ranting and then I cannot. The irony from idols or any K-pop artists who build on their own an agency, and at the end is like have no different with their parent agency where they are all started. Boy still has the boss rules. And also, it must be really expensive to set up your own agency or company. It must be. Mm. Women or men aren't protected from violence in the workplace in South Korea, as we learned from Stephanie Su's video. Yeah, I know, but it's so. Oh my God, guys. Oh, I. Oh my God. We all need jobs, definitely, but to let someone disrespect me like that, no. Yeah, they say that yeah, when, yeah, I don't remember who it was, but it was a Korean woman saying what actually happened. Said she witnessed violence towards a woman in the street. She called police, and then they said she couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything since she was his wife, and he knows what to do. Yeah. Also, I seen some TikToks of some TikTokers or people from Latin America that live in South Korea. And the first thing that they tell you is that if you see a couple arguing on the street, don't get involved. Don't get involved because, you know, first of all, because I believe that they don't want to, they don't want anyone to get involved. It's like, but also how they drink, how, like the amount of alcohol, guys. So, I'm sorry, I in Spanish. Because yesterday I was talking with my Mexican friend, about this K-drama, Welcome to Samdari. And I didn't continue watching, but what I remember from I believe I watched like 4 episodes. I know beers and soju is like product placement. They are there, they're always there, like I know. But I think that the amount of beer cans and bottles of soju in that K-drama, there were a lot. And I was like, you know, like, why so many? Like every scene, like nighttime, it was like, let's go drink, and it wasn't like, okay, let's drink, I don't know, 2 bottles. No, a lot of bottles, a lot of bottles, a lot of bottles of soju, a lot of cans of beer, and I'm like, I even told you guys, or I believe I had this I had this conversation with people in Discord about feeling like ever since I started to watch K-dramas, I noticed that I crave like drinking beer more. Like, you know, if I was going to start a show, you know, I was like, oh, I'm going to get a beer to enjoy while I'm watching. And then I realized that it's because it's in the show. So it's like they're always drinking beer. You know, so that's why I was like, oh, I want to have it too. Because I usually don't like to drink that much, like not alone. But because it's in the K-drama, like, I don't know, the product placement, you know, like they definitely like, because I just didn't really like, actually, didn't enjoy that much, like drinking. Actually, beer, for example, drinking beer the next day, I feel awful. I wake up like I feel awful of my stomach, and it's not good. It's not something that I'm like, oh, this was delicious. No, I feel very bad afterwards. Oh yeah, you go, Hope. You go. Drink is very common even in the jobs. Also, you have to drink with your boss, and also the same amount they do pretty much. If they don't drink, when they do, it's disrespectful. They are mostly high functioning alcohols in that. Otherwise, how you can handle that amount of stress daily? You can't. Yeah, you're right. I don't drink at all, never have. So, but it will always seem gross to me. Oh, but I guess the product placement did work on me. But yeah, I did notice after I started watching K-dramas, because in the past I never had like the urges of drinking. And also it's really expensive, and for me it's like I feel so bad afterwards, you know. I feel like it's not good for my system, you know. It's not good. It's not just like a headache. I think that is bad for my, you know, for my stomach. I don't know, I just feel bad afterwards. At least for me in Latin America, drinking alcohol is common, but in the weekends. Yeah, yeah, for me too, Carlos. Yeah, for me too. That's why sometimes when I sit to watch K dramas and it's the weekend, I'm like, okay. For example, now that we are in summer and it's hot, you know, and you're like, oh, okay, okay, you know, we are in summer, you know, it's really hot, it's really hot. So you're like, you know, I'm craving a bit of, I want to have a glass of beer, you know. But for them, it's like a lot of beers, a lot of cans. They drink the cans like this, you know, and also it's like it can be winter, it can be snowing. There's always a lot of cans of beers. Mm, mm. They are drinking almost every day. Yeah, this the thing that I noticed in the K dramas, and Anna, if you notice in the K dramas, like it's not that you are like one episode and okay, one episode they are having, because also they have these fried chickens and this fried food. So you're like, okay, yeah, it makes sense for me if I drink something that is fried or is a bit like greasy, I want to have a beer, because somehow it makes me feel like, you know, I like it helps me like to, you know, get rid of the very greasy feeling in my throat. But when you watch a K drama, it's like every time it's nighttime, it doesn't matter what day, they always end the day with a beer, and you're like, but didn't we have the same scene like a long ago, like it's literally poison. Yeah, I believe it is. Well, at least for me, I feel like it's not good. It's not good. At least for me. I don't know. Maybe there's other people that actually, you know, and I think that also it has to do with age, guys. Because when I was in my 20s, I could drink a lot. Actually, I never care about alcohol. I'm more like a social drinker, if you would say. But never had like oh, like I wish I could have beer right now or a glass of wine. No, I think I started craving it after I watched K dramas, because I was like, oh look, it looks delicious. Oh look, it looks amazing in there. They do it very well. Because me individually, like this idea coming of my mind, I never had it before. I think that it started after the pandemic. After the pandemic and after watching K dramas. Yeah. Because it's like how we were discussing. It's not like it's just one scene. No, it happens like in different, you know, if it's an episode of an hour, it can happen like around 3 times. Oh, I never had soju. I had to buy it, but probably, you know, it would make me feel bad. Having experienced both North and South Mexico, I say in the North it's more common to drink any day, at any time. Not everyone, of course, is. I tried soju from Korean supermarket. It's close to my apartment, and it's not even good at all. Same like cheap Russian vodka, just to get drunk as fast as possible and most efficient way. Soju taste is bad. Beer is full of B vitamins, great to distress. We have 40 known alcohol beers in here, and doctors tell you to drink them often to relax. Oh, for example, I found that soju is a very soft and deceptive drink because you don't feel the alcohol, but it does have quite a bit of it. Yeah, I noticed with them sometimes with some idols or actors that drink it. It seems like it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just drinking a bit, and then they start having a shot after a shot, and then they start to get all red, and I'm like, it's starting to kick in. Non-alcohol beer here. Yeah, I never had those. I should try. Why is there a fly in here? Because I believe that is because my window is open. Wait a second, guys. We do have an epidemic of flies here, so I don't know how, but one got in. Okay, I'm going to resume the readings, guys, because if it is up to me, I will be here talking and talking. Okay, singles Inferno. For this for this contestant that he wasn't my favorite, but he definitely stole the show. He was very favorite. He had a lot of options. He was funny. Let's see if I can write down, like the other day, I can write down his name. So if you don't know who this is, you can Google him. I'm going to be reading for him and other female contestants that were interested in him, but he didn't choose them. But since I didn't get much with the one that he did choose, I'm going to pull cards with his other two options to see how he feels about them now. I don't know if their name is like this, but we have a description for alcohol to drink to get drunk. Rock God. Okay, for singles Inferno, Wani is the guy, is the man. And how does he feel towards this? First, I'm going to pull cards for him and Minji. And okay. For this guy, for singles Inferno, Wani and Minji, from his side, he got the card of Six of Pentacles and the Emperor. So definitely he feels like a king with her. Definitely, she feeds his ego. She feeds his ego, definitely. And we have the Six of Pentacles. The keyword is giving and receiving. So he gives he gives her attention. She gives it back. They are made for each other, I would say. As long as she does what he says, because he comes as the emperor, so he feels like he's the one in control in here. So, and from her side, we have the Two of Wands and the card of the solar plexus chakra. So definitely, I think that, yeah, this woman, her motivation is very, she got a lot of wands and the solar plexus. So I'm like, she is very, I would say she has like a sexual attraction towards him. There's something about him that she's like, wow, you're my type. Like, she really feels like very motivated when she's around him. She's crazy over him, I would say. Like, I don't know, maybe she really likes him physically. Like, there's something about him or the way he moves or something that she's like, okay, I feel like the attraction. I don't know. And the relationship or the possible connection, we got the card of Moon in Aries protection, and this is the baby card. So it makes sense because both of them are very childish. Like, I did watch Singles Inferno season 3, and I think that both of them have this very like what I want, when they were like sort of having an interaction with other people. I think that these people, it's not that they went to the show to find their special someone or someone to build something with. It's more like, okay, what can you give me? Because, with the keyword of protection, Moon in Aries, it's all about like, you have to protect me or you have to do what I say, because I'm the baby in the relationship. Like, like, pay attention to me. Very selfish, very selfish. And one of the things that I did notice about these two, I believe someone said that both, because when they went to Paradise together, they talked about their birth dates. And I believe that Wani is, he said that he's a Taurus, and she's a Taurus as well. I believe he said his birthday was on the 29th of April, and hers was the 20th of April. So in that sense, I sort of see more her like being this Taurus that is in the middle of the end of Aries and the beginning of Taurus season. So I could see, and from Wani's side also, because he got the Emperor, I can see that definitely the guy has been as in Aries at the same time. So there's something or something in Aries that also makes him be all about, what I want. It's like, you have to please me. Like, you have to do everything for me because I am the protagonist. So very selfish people. From her side, honestly, yeah, I do feel like she's very passionate towards him. She feels like I think that this woman, this is why I get that she could be a very interesting mix of Aries and Taurus energy, because I feel like whenever she's near him, there's something about her becoming very bold around him. Maybe this is why she had these sort of interactions with him where it seems like she launches herself to action to sort of seduce him or get his attention. That probably a Taurus person would think before making a move. They would sort of like take their moment or just act beautiful and just stay there, and in this case, she also got Wands. So I think that she still feels like she has a chance with him, and she feels very action orientated, like she would keep the door open just in case, and I think that she sees that she has the potential. She still believes she has the potential to win him over. She still feels it. Also, I think that she's not shy at all. It's like, if this has to do with, let's see each other, and with no strings attached, you know, let's just see each other, you know, and enjoy each other's company. I can sort of see her being like this, because with the two of wands, you know, it's like spread your wings. It's like with me, you can be adventurous, you know, I'm available, but, you know, we can play together, you know, we can be fun together. Let's have fun, you know, not so much thinking about the future. From his side, yeah, with the Emperor and Six of Pentacles, definitely the guy is in control always. He knows the impact that he has on her. He's not very flexible, so I think that it is, they can have, like, he's open to have something with her, but it's under his terms. It's like, okay, it's going to be measured, you know, okay, you give me this, I give you this. You give me this attention, I give you this. Like nothing less, nothing more. You know, very, very equal. I think that the guy is very controlling in the sense that he doesn't want. Probably he's not looking for a commitment, and at the same time, he doesn't want her to get the wrong idea. So there's something about like, okay, whatever you give me, I will take it, but I will give you the same amount of what you gave me. And also like consider it a gift, you know, because I'm precious. You know, I am an emperor, you know, I don't know who you are, but, you know, I am the emperor, and the emperor has the keyword of lead. So he's the leader. He's like the one that always calls the shot in the connection, you know, so you know, she doesn't have a chance in that sense of trying to manipulate him. It's like he will always put this sort of like authoritarian kind of, you know, influence on her, like letting her know that she is the emperor. Like you are just one of the others, you know, I am the special one. Yeah, and also when here the keyword of Moon in Aries, protection, they can be very protective of each other. I think that they just enjoy being children together, and I think that there's something about them feeling protective of each other and probably just wanting each other to do well or to look good together. So if they have an interaction in the future, there's something about them protecting each other, you know, probably certain details, not revealing it, you know, but they know what's going on, you know, definitely there's a connection, definitely they do talk. It's just that probably it's just sexual, it's something like that, because there's a lot of fire in here. Bye, Anna. But yeah, I'm going to pull cards for him, for this guy Wani and Jaehyun, that is like the other girl. Jaehyun. How does he feel about her? I mean, they could be friends. And also, I don't know if they could participate in something together. They could make each other look good. From Wani's perspective, he got two mature arcanas as well. He got the Hierophant, the Taurus card, the Hierophant and the Strength card. From her side, she got the Hermit and she got the Seven of Cups. If this woman is a Scorpio, definitely, like, I don't know if she's a Scorpio, but it sounds like water sign vibe, I don't know. And the relationship as an overall, they got the card of Sun in Leo, Fortune. So they would look good together. I don't know if they could like actually appear in some show, in a show together or do something together, but I feel that they would look good together. They would bring fortune to each other. But from a very like, not romantic, but more like a friend, you know, like, I don't know, even modeling together, you know, like doing some photo shoot together. I don't know why, they would make each other look good. But again, this guy is a control freak in relationships, honestly, because he got two major arcanas. And if you notice, the keyword of the Hierophant is teach. And then from the Strength card is control. So this is actually how he behaved with her. You know, there's something like, okay, I'm going to teach you a lesson. You know, he practiced and he still practices a lot of self-control with her. You know, a lot of like, I think that he never really liked that she wanted to control him, you know, because he is the one that, accordingly to his energy, he is the one that has the control in the relationships. So yeah, he can be like, you know, yeah, interacting with you, it was fun. I learned a lot with this experience. But at the same time, you know, at the end, if I ever felt something about you, if I ever felt something for you, I'm not going to tell you. Like, you know, if I still have some feelings about for you, or if I still find you attractive, or if I still, you know, want something with you, I'm not going to tell you. And I'm going to let you sort of get desperate because you don't know how I feel about you. It's like, you know, I guess I have to teach you a lesson. I have to teach you a lesson. You know, him being like, you know, I am a teacher in life. Maybe I am your teacher in this lifetime. So you have to learn that you cannot have me. So you have to control yourself. You know, he's annoying. He's so bossy. He's annoying. But yeah, from her side, I think that there's something about her with the Hermit and the Seven of Cups. I think that definitely she is. I think that ever since I don't know if she had been like reviewing the show or rewatching the show, rewatching her scenes, and I think that she's a bit embarrassed. There's something about her being like, why did I do that? You know, it's not about shame, but there's something about her like, why did I lose control over a guy like this? You know, why did I give away my power? You know, why did I let him state like I don't know how to say it in English, but it's like to lose stability. You know, because she's trying definitely to go back to herself. You know, she's trying to. Sorry, guys, I'm back. She probably is not talking to him. She probably is like, you know, sort of like a bit like far away, like when it comes to communication, because she's still reflecting on what happened in the show, you know, and probably feeling very emotional about it, and maybe even having some dreams or maybe some nightmares, sort of like replaying certain circumstances about what happened, you know, trying to seek some answers that why he got under her skin like that. You know, I feel like for her it was a bit shocking to see how out of balance she was, like how maybe, you know, the audience would see it too. You know, how it was very noticeable that she wouldn't let it go. You know, and I think that for her with this Seven of Cups is like, why did I do that? You know, why did I let him control me like this? Why couldn't I stop? So I think that for her this is a very healing and revealing experience about herself. Maybe she had this sort of a scenario or this sort of situations with other men in her life. So there's something that this goes very deep inside of her. She's like, you know, I have to review this. I have to go within myself and sort of learn why did I put myself in that situation, you know, why. And also with the Seven of Cups is like, what was I seeing in him? You know, there's something about her just being like, was I just like, you know, just blinded? Like, what happened? Like, why did I behave like this with someone like him? You know, with the Seven of Cups, it's like daydreams and decisions. So for her, this was like this wild dream that she still cannot figure out, you know, why she was that like under his spell, it seems. It's like she recognizes how she acted on camera, and she's like, I did that? I said that? It's like, this is so embarrassing. Why did I lose control over this guy? You know, and I think that for her it's like, I think that it's going to take a while for her to forgive herself, because there's something about her feeling very like, no, why? But he has that. He fooled all of them. You know, this is why I've been pulling cards for him and free women, because, you know, it's not just her, but probably her, it was the one that was a bit more visible, that she was very, like, she wanted to control the situation, or she wanted to force some connection, like some, and the guy just was already, he was already looking at other, the guy wasn't interested in no one in particular. He just was looking whatever comes up. You know, he was just looking at this guy, and he was like he said, that one, and that one. He said it himself, guys. There's no need for me to pull cards to tell you what this guy is all about. You know, and I know that there's people like, oh, this is scripted, but I don't know. From what I see in the cards, I think that this is his tactic all the time. Like, there's something about the guy, you know, being in control in his connections, and like, you cannot be with him unless you do what he tells you to do. And if you behave, or if you try to recriminate something to him, he's like, you and I are not together, so you cannot tell me what to do. Why are you talking to me like this? You're not my mother. You know, it's like he feels like he's above. He is the emperor. You know, he's the king, and all of you are just, you know, I don't know. But yeah, they have the card of fortune, Sun in Leo. So definitely, if they work together, they can shine together. I think that, I don't know if maybe is that in the future, the audience wants a reunion between the two of them. They want to see them together. They want them to collaborate. They could do it. There's a potential of them shining a lot together. So yeah, I think that if they have the opportunity to work again, they should do it, because they make each other look good, because I believe they are like nemesis. So whoever please can actually like look for me if this woman is a Scorpio, I would appreciate it. She has the Scorpio eyes, this is what I'm asking. She had the crazy eyes, so I was like, this woman is a Scorpio, I'm sure. But if she was a Scorpio and he's a Taurus, it definitely makes sense because of the push and pull. You know, there was this like sort of who hounds who, you know, who controls who first, you know, and the stubbornness. But yeah, definitely like. Yeah, this. That's the eyes. Her name is, I don't know if I have it right here. Jaehyun. Because I cannot even understand my handwriting. I don't think there's information about her zodiac sign. I know that the one he chose the other girl, the first girl, the girl that actually he went home with. She is a Cancer woman, very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, I'm going to be reading for these new groups. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each because since they are very new, very new, I'm not going to get much on them. It's a long process, guys. It's not that they just debuted and that's it. It's a long process. You know, the same happened with Baby Monster. Everyone were in a rush when the trailers came out. It's like, please read for Baby Monster, read for Baby Monster. And here we are, 2 years from now, and it's a slow process to sort of see the evolution of a potential new group. Okay, I want to pull 3 for VCHA. That's how it's called, VCHA. For Nexz. And TWS. I feel bad saying TWS. Are you sure, guys? That's how it's pronounced. I feel bad. I feel like, you know, my English is broken, but I feel like it's not. I didn't find her birthday. It just says she's 29. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. We just have to wait to see a birthday cake somewhere of hers. Maybe she's another Cancer woman, you know, like the one that went home with him. And in this one, they give me water sign vibes. No, if she's a Capricorn, I swear I'm going to lose it. Because it's like, we don't claim you. Like, Okay, for the group, for this group, she could be a Capricorn. I don't know. I don't think so, but she could be. You know, because of the stubbornness, she wouldn't let it go. She would just go and pick fight with him. Like, why would you go and talk to the guy? Like, just let him. He's already ignoring you. He's already looking at someone else. Like, oh, because, yeah, you know, you have the right, because we are here to find a partner, so it's okay if you go and look for others. And him asking all these dumb questions, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh my God. Like, every time I hear him talk, I'm like, oh, please, no. He was entertaining, though. Like he delivered what he promised. He promised that he was going to bring something to the show. He was entertaining. Yeah, annoying but entertaining. Okay, for this group, sorry, I'm writing down the timestamps because then I forget. And okay, I feel so bad saying these names. I swear I feel like there's something wrong. Okay, for this group, for VCHA, we have the card of the solar plexus chakra, so a lot of passion, energy, 7 of Wands, passion, energy, and the Empress. So, are they a girl group? A lot of potential. There's a lot of potential here. A lot of potential. It's just that it's because they are very young. They have a lot of energy. They have a lot of passion. They have a lot of willpower. They do whatever. They, like in the sense that they will do what it takes. They will keep advancing. They will work on their bodies. They will keep practicing. You know, they have the fire. They have the fire. They are so young. It definitely sees that they are new. So they have this whole energy. So they are very much like, okay, let's go. Let's do this. They are very passionate. VCHA. With the Seven of Wands, I think that they have the potential, but also there's a bit, I don't know if there's something with their dynamic, because they have the Seven of Wands. So there's a bit of, there could be some fights or some tension between themselves. So I think that they should work more on that. It's not that there's conflict, but I think that they are, you know, they are probably wasting energy just worrying about something that is not worth it. I don't know if there's some things that they're like, oh, really, we have to do this? Oh, we don't like it. Oh, no, we don't want this. And it's like, instead of, like, I think that they are already on the defensive about certain things, and, you know, they are just starting. So I think that definitely and also they could be like, okay, let's talk to the CEO or let's talk to whoever to sort of talk about this. And I think that the CEOs will look at them and will be like, okay, you have conditions, you just started. You know, it's like the keyword in here is choose your battles. You know, it's like girls or guys, I don't know who these are, but be wiser. Don't get on the bedside of the bosses, because, you know, then when you really need something, they are not going to give it to you. You know, like, because they are this, and you are this. You are this small, brave person, of course. You know, there's a lot of like braveness. Definitely, she's brave. They are brave. But I think that they are probably like, they have some conditions that probably, you know, it's not time yet. You know, just be patient. Just be patient. Don't start with certain. That's what happens when you hire kids. Yeah, it's like, don't start with, you know, we have some demands. Oh, I don't want to do this. You know, it's like, you have to practice. I don't want to do this. Like, they have a sort of temper. They have a bit of, you know, like, I don't want to do this. Like, why should I do this? Like, I don't know. So, you know, the card here with choose your battles is like, guys, you better focus on what is important, you know. And also here with the card of the Empress, that it says nurture. They have the potential to make it big. They have potential of the company actually putting a lot of money on them. There's potential to grow in here. There's potential to be abundant. You know, and considering where they come from, it's a lot to say that they will have the resources. But I think that they shouldn't get comfortable, you know, they shouldn't get comfortable. Definitely here also with the Empress, I think that there's a lot of beauty, a lot of harmony, you know, probably they look good, they have a lot of like charisma, but also I think that the Empress is like, there's still more time to grow. You know, this is something that it has the potential, but you have to nurture this potential. So I think that it's a good beginning because there's potential, but at the same time it's new. And there's maybe some members that are a bit resistant to certain things. So those things also you have to control, or you have to talk about them. So yeah, it's good. It's not negative, but I think that there could be moments like everything is going great, the energy is great, and then there's someone that is like, I don't want to do this. I need a break. And you're like, what? We're just starting. Why do you need a break? Yeah, there's a bit of resistance and probably a bit of drama, you know, like, oh, you look at me like this, and then you this, and then you this, you know. It's like I'm on the defensive. I'm on the defensive. I feel like some of you want to take something from me, you know. Also, I don't see communication here. So if I was JYP, I would be like, work on the communication. Because I see that there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of passion, ambition. But they could clash. They could clash. But they have the potential to actually develop and have a good message. You know, the girls definitely, the girls or guys, I don't know what they are, but they have the potential. Then for this group, for Nexz, wait that I'm writing down them. Okay, for this group, for Nexz, that is Nexz, for Nexz. I don't know where they're from, but from what company, but they have 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, no, 8 of Cups, sorry, and the High Priestess. I mean, they have good teamwork. But why are they so emotional? I think that they are still structuring a few things with this group, and there's something with the High Priestess about them being told to listen, to maybe not reveal that much about themselves yet. I think that they still, did they lose a member? Probably there had been some changes with them, or they are in the middle of some changes that they sort of have to adjust emotionally to these changes. But there's something about them learning to, I think that this group is not ready to be revealed. This group Nexz. I'm going to write down their names so you know that I'm talking about this. This is the group Nexz. I think that the teamwork is impeccable, but at the same time there's some emotional thing. I don't know if they're changing something, or they have to get over something, a disappointment maybe, or maybe the structure of the group is changing. But I think that instead of, getting out to action, these guys need, I suppose it's a boy group, but they need to listen. They need to listen better. Because maybe the conditions are not what they are being told, or something is, it's not that it's shady, because I don't see it shady, but I think that maybe they had an initial idea of how they were going to debut, or what they were going to be about, and they have to learn to let that go, to sort of grow into something else. but I don't see action. Like I see that the cards are actually asking them to stay a bit secretive, to stay a bit like relax and don't do anything, don't say anything, just listen. Just listen. But this group feels a bit much more emotional. And it's not a member in particular, it's all of them, because they have a great teamwork, because they with the Three of Pentacles, they come here together. So I think that is for the whole group to work this. It's not just a member. But there's something about them having to let go of an old idea of maybe they were promised something in the past and now it's changing. And now it's like, no, you guys are going to have this instead of this. So it's about accepting that and moving on. But also there could be some important news coming to them, that they need to be very much at peace and very much like, you know, like stay still and listen to what they tell you. Did they sign their contracts already? Is it possible that they are moving companies or something like that? I don't know. They are in the middle of something very, I would say it's a very delicate moment. It's all about them paying attention to everything about themselves, about the group. Because the moment is now. Maybe pay attention to what they sign, or pay attention to what they are being told, the conditions. They need to be much more like intuitive. Maybe some people are not who they say they are, or there's something. I don't know, it feels weird. Okay, for the other group, for TWS, we have a heart chakra, Two of Pentacles, fine balance, Seven of Cups. I mean, for this group, for TWS, for them, I feel like there's something about them probably already are on the moving. There's something about them. It's not that I'm like, oh, this is fast, but they are definitely connected with the heart. There's something about them already, like probably they have a bond already with fans or with the community or with the management, or there's a familiarity, there's an emotional bond. Definitely their hearts are also already open to receive the love or to give love to the fans, to give the attention. Definitely they are very open emotionally. Maybe they are very emotional, the members. There's something about them really doing this because this is what they want. This is coming from their heart. A very emotional group. With the Two of Cups, not the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles with fine balance, definitely, like the guys are slowly moving. This is the beginning, you know. With the Two of Pentacles, it's like, I don't know if lately they had earned something, like they had a beginning or they had like a first appearance or something like this, and it gave a good result. It gave good results. And now with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, okay, this is the next step. This is like us taking a new step. Still is going to be a bit like changing. It can change, their energies can change, it can go different ways. They just have to find the balance. They just have to adapt to whatever opportunity they come. It's still the beginning, you know. So in the beginning, I see them that they are very excited, you know, they are loving this, they are feeling the love, they probably are people that are very artistic, or they are very expressive, they are very sentimental. So there's something about them really like feeling fulfilled emotionally because of this opportunity. But they are just starting. And also with the Seven of Cups, you know, again, just like all the new groups, you know, with the card of the Seven of Cups, the keyword is daydreams and decisions. For me, the Seven of Cups talks about daydreams. You know, when you think that you have a lot of options, you know, that there's a lot of options open for you, you know, and actually you have to be able to see which one is real and which one is an illusion. So just like any group that is beginning, probably they will have to sort of tune in to their intuition to see what is real and what is a lie, or what is something that is exaggerated. Definitely, I think that they are ready. They are already on the move. There's a lot of potential for them. But I think that there's still this this uncertainty, you know. You can have a great moment, or you can have a great response, and then you can go to moments where you're like, okay, what do I do here? I feel lost. So yeah, they are very innocent as well. So this is why they have the Seven of Cups, because probably, you know, their vision of what it's like to be a performer, entertainer, you know, they are like, okay, you know, people love us, you know, they say that they love us, they say that they would support us, you know. So it seems like every small little of, you know, sort of like attention that people put on them, for them is very meaningful. You know, they get emotional or they get excited with the minimum, you know, effort that someone puts on them. So they are very impressionable, I would say. I will watch out for these kids, because they are very impressionable. They it's like they believe what they tell them, you know, what the grown-ups tell them. They have potential. They have potential. It's just that I think that with time they will learn to adjust to the reality of the system. You know, that the reality is still green. You know, it's not like green. we have the heart chakra was going to say green. They're just beginning. You know, so the advances is not like, it's like, wow, this is like growing so fast. No, they still will have to adapt to whatever, but they definitely are very thankful. Whatever, you know, feedback or opportunities that they're getting, they are very thankful. They are very open. Yeah, they are very adorable. I can see them. I can see them. They give me Pisces vibes. I don't know why. They are just so sweet. They're just so sweet. Just that they're very impressionable, because they're very sensitive, so they have to be taken care of. Okay, and then someone was asking for, wait. Someone was asking for NCT Wish. Yes, pull 3 cards for them for this 2024. A lot of twos. You know, today the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, you know, it's like the potential is there. You know, it can go different ways, but You can dream, you can aspire, you know. They start with the lovers. Then they start, they have with the Hierophant, that is the, see, I told you, isn't this an SM group? They have the Hierophant next to them, definitely. The company always behind them, always, like behind their back, like breathing in their ears, like this. Follow the traditions, follow the traditions, follow the system. NCT does this, follow the system. And the two ones. Very positive. Spread your wings, it says. So they can dream comfortable, like talking about dream. They can dream comfortably, like they are secure. They are secure. They are okay. But I think that, yeah, starting with the lovers, I think that there's something, this is a very Gemini card, and in this deck in here, the keyword says love. This is a card of this deck that I don't agree. This is why I don't agree that tarot is treated like an oracle, because no. The lovers is not love, at least not for me. But I think that the lovers is the duality, you know, the lovers is about an option, a possibility. So I think that they have this duality. They can be a sort of Gemini group. I don't know when they debuted, but they can be a sort of Gemini group, sort of like, in the sense that I think that people is not like 100% sure of how they feel about them. You know, there's something about like, yeah, welcome, even the members, even the other groups. I think that there's something like, yeah, come on in, like, yeah, we give you space, you know, you deserve it, you done well, we knew you were coming, you know. But at the same time, there's something about like, there's, it feels weird, you know. From time to time, they are well received, and from time to time, it looks like you are like, oh, they're here, like, So, and also if we think about Gemini energy, you know, and to think about Gemini energy, I want to find the Gemini card, like, I believe it's Venus in Gemini. Wait, if I can find it, because this is the first thing that I come with, this Lovers card. Wait. When you want to find a card, you don't find it. Here. This is the card. When I think about the lovers, this is the card. Flattery. Venus in Gemini. Flattery. That is like, I don't dislike you. I like you, I don't dislike you. I like you, I don't dislike you. It's like that, like, and also the flattery, you know. And I think that this is not the members, this is the audience. This is the audience, like, ah, yeah, the new guys. Oh, yeah, they are so young. Yeah, thank you. This was cute. You know, it's like, we love you. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know how to feel about you. I don't even know you. Like, you know, there's this, probably people don't say it out loud, but there's this duality, you know. It's like, yeah, you did great, but at the same time, I didn't know you were coming. And maybe if you don't show up, I wouldn't be able to tell. You know, like, there's this, instead of flattery or duality, I would say hypocrisy. But well, it's not about the guys. It's about the Hierophant. It's about the management. It's about SM. See again, SM, teach. So there's something also probably about the not the members, because I know that people are like, oh, because the members. No, it's more about the whole not SM, sorry, NCT system. People went through a lot with NCT. We know it. I'm a baby NCT. I don't know much, but I'm always learning. But reading for them, the thing that I do get is with the Hierophant, is like people are very jealous of NCT. It's like, yeah, we sort of know that there have been changes, there could be changes, but also there have been some unpleasant changes. So it's like, every time you want to introduce us something after what happened, we don't know what to think about this. We only know that if a new group comes, we have to teach them. So sit down and listen, because we have a story to tell you. We have a story to tell you. This could be also the fandom. This could be also like, like the same audience being like, guys, you have to sit down because we have to teach you so many things. You don't know nothing about NCT. We will let you know what NCT is and what it isn't. So there's something about them probably, like this is not NCT what they're doing. Oh no, this is not very NCT. Like some kind of leaders coming up. I don't know if it's like to criticize the guys or to be like, guys, you should be more like this. Or maybe you could see some leaders or someone, sort of giving lessons to the guys. So I think that people are like, these guys, yeah, they are new, but they still need to be taught the ways. Because they haven't studied enough what NCT is about. They don't know. So we will teach them. So sit down and listen. So there's a bit of, wanting to preach to these poor little men. Yeah. Like a bit patronizing. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just that it provokes a certain duality. With the lovers, the people have mixed feelings and probably mixed opinions, and they cannot say it out loud. This is why I was thinking of this card of flattery. They have the two face, because they don't want to say it out loud. They don't want to say it to the guys because the guys has nothing to do with them. They don't have anything to do with this. But this comes from before. With the 2 of Wands, I think that eventually they will be able to dream bigger and be much more ambitious. But yeah, the beginning is awkward. The beginning is about learning a lot of lessons. The beginning is going to be very structured. It's also going to have to do with them having to sort of like navigate with not knowing, am I doing correctly? Am I good enough? Am I worth it of being here? But yeah, with the 2 of Wands, there's potential. They are going to keep working, advancing, definitely, but it's still slow. Also, the 2 of Wands is like the 2 of Pentacles, that the other groups. The 2 of Wands is more about action. Definitely, the guys are already performing. They are already showing themselves. It's like they are working, but they are still advancing step by step. It's not like they are already there. No, it's going to take a while. Funny thing, he's a Gemini. Yeah, it's just that the poor guy has so many things to do. Imagine if he has to also have an opinion about some new people. Like, oh my God. Like, he is very intelligent. Like, he has a lot of information in his mind. But, he also has to work in a lot of teams at the same time. So, poor guy, probably his storage is a bit full. So he has to be selective about, where my attention goes, Even though we know Geminis are multitaskers, and he definitely knows who is who. But when we talk, this is something that I think that people, and I have been saying this, and we have been discussing this for a while. The audience has like an obsession with hearing idols telling you that, oh yeah, I'm very close to this guy of my company, or this guy that is my same age, or this guy that is from another group. Yeah, we are best friends. We see each other every day. We love each other. Like, guys, no. Like I always tell you, a friendship or a connection, a proper connection, takes effort, takes time, takes hours of your day, takes a lot of you and the other party involved. It's not going to happen just because you have an encounter in a hallway doing a random TikTok challenge. Friendships or connections, even work connections, do not work like that. So let's stop, pushing this narrative to the idols that, because it's from your same company, it's from your same nationality, it's from your same age, you're supposed to know about them. Like, come on, guys, come on. Like, sometimes the things that they have to endure, my God, the things that they have to endure. And then poor guys, they have to put like a sort of poker face to. This is why I love Gemini's adaptability. Because if it was me, if I saw a question like this, or if I saw something like this in the screen, I wouldn't be able to sort of like mask my expression. Now that the challenges are more popular than the music itself. I remember watching a TikTok of, I believe it was Shotaro in I don't know with who, because he did so many TikToks, but it was with a group. I believe it was with a girl group. I saw that looking at the seriousness that guy had on his face, how serious he looked while dancing. Like, I was like, what happened to Shotaro? Because, like, that usually he's very smiley, and of course that when he's dancing, maybe it's the concept that he has to get serious. But the guy really looked annoyed. And it's hard to see that in Shotaro, because Shotaro loves to dance. But maybe, the whole TikTok challenge, it's like the guys cannot even see it, and it's like, okay, I'm going to do this group, and then this group is going to do mine, and then we have to check if it's okay and if it's approved, and so I think that like, and I was like, oh my God, to see that the face of Jotaro, like he looked annoyed, like the guy really looked annoyed, and it's really rare to see him like this. It's really rare. Yeah, but it's really rare to see him so serious. Like the guy looked annoyed and probably a bit tired. But I never seen the expression on his face. So I was like, oh my God, like really? And they decided to post this with him looking like that, like with that expression? Okay. Like, But no one said anything, so thank God it wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, I'm going to read for another NCT, not Sagittarius, Aquarius man, for Doyoung, for our beloved Doyoung. Let's pull some cards for him to see how he's going to do in 2024. Let's go, Doyoung. A lot of major arcana. A lot of major arcana. Okay, Doyoung. Okay, we start with the Nine of Pentacles for Doyoung. Then the Hangman. The Moon. The Solar Plexus Chakra again. And the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of major arcanas. And then from the Oracle, he got the card of Saturn in Aries Risk. So, yeah, definitely I think that I think that he comes from a lot of success. I think that there's something about Doyoung being very like proud of himself. Like he comes from a very successful 2024. Like probably with the group and individually he felt like he gained a lot. He feels proud of himself. But then this year I think that there's something about him probably feeling a bit like sad about something, or a bit like on pause. Like I think that this year is going to be a year of a lot of like reflection for, I don't know, he's been somehow asked to stop and reflect and observe a lot of things. I don't know if there's something about his personal life or something about him just not confronting himself. I think that definitely with the moon in the middle, the guy is very scared. He's a guy that he's very fearful. Probably he has like unconscious fears when he goes to sleep. There's something about him. Probably, I think that he's afraid to stop. There's something about him not being active or not being able to do much, and he. You know, he has to stop and reflect, and I feel like he's a bit afraid of that. He doesn't want like the silence. You know, he's afraid of, I would say he's afraid of his own shadow. There's something about him having this irrational fear of being by himself, or of having to stop and observe himself. He's afraid. Probably he's a person that he's very much focused, or he had worked all his life. You know, he's a very active member. He has different projects. You know, he's always working. He's very proactive. He's very productive. Definitely, Doyoung is one of these idols that he had done everything. You know, he had act. He had been MC. You know, and also. He had done a lot with the group and on his own. So, but there's something about this year asking him to stop and reflect and sort of confront something about himself. Something about himself that probably he has been trying to sort of repress. And he tries to keep himself busy to not think about it. I don't know, maybe it has to do that he has fears or he has a sort of anxiety. I think that he has, probably from time to time, he can get a bit fearful. there's something about Doyoung being a bit fearful. That when I said, about him having these irrational fears, I think that it could be a sort of phobia, that he has a sort of phobia, and I don't know exactly what is it, because I think that he always had it, but since he had always been running and moving and going from here to there and always surrounded by other people's noises, he never was able to listen and observe, in silence, and also in quietness, and also not moving, not escaping what is going on with you mentally, or spiritually. There's something that he had been evading something. And I think that this year with the moon card, there's something about him having to confront his shadow self, the part of himself where maybe, he feels like he has fears, or he fears people coming for him. I think that is a phobia. I don't know if he fears people attacking him, like a stalker or something like that. Maybe a fear of the dark. But also he fears himself. There's something about him not wanting to go that deep, because probably he has nightmares, and these are very paralyzing. So, but I think that also with the solar plexus chakra, again, he has to connect with his desire. Again, he has to connect with his fire, his creativity, with his passion. He has to find motivation to keep advancing. I definitely see him like he will connect again. Probably his solar plexus chakra is a bit blocked. And I think that he's just doing things on automatic, and probably by the middle of the year, his solar plexus chakra is like, I'm running out of battery. I'm running out of motivation. And he has to sort of fight this, not to get negative or paranoid. But yeah, you're running out a bit of energy. This doesn't mean that he's not going to work, but it means that he has to sort of work on his energy. There's something about his energy sort of like is escaping him. Maybe he's very tired. He's very tired, but he doesn't admit it because he doesn't want to stop. Because I think that there's something that he doesn't want to confront by being by himself. But yeah, he has the Wheel of Fortune also. So probably, after the second half of the year, things are going to start moving in his reality, and probably this is what he's fearing. The thing that the sort of the Wheel of Fortune is moving, is advancing, and a new era is coming, and he has to flow with whatever comes, and he probably is a bit afraid of that. He's like, don't take me out of my routine. Like, I don't like it. He's a very nervous guy. I always get a bit anxious when I talk about him. But yeah, here with the card of Saturn in Aries, risk. See, it's all about taking a risk. It's all about being brave. I think that this is why when I talked about, at the beginning about him, I get that he's a fearful guy. There's something about him, like once he makes his mind, or once he's like, already on the move, like he already has to do something, he's confident. But if you let him decide, the guy is very fearful. He's afraid of taking risk. He has a bit of imposter syndrome, and I think that this is why he relies so much on others, because the others sort of tell him and push him to do things. Probably he's like, I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know if this will be good for me. But maybe he always has people that are like, you should totally do it. This is for you. This is your chance. So here with the Saturn in Aries risk, it's like be brave. Be brave. Don't be afraid. Just go and do it. Go and do it. Like don't get stuck in the energy of the moon. Don't get stuck in your own darkness. Like he will have to sort of face also his fears somehow, but maybe confront them, like here it says, or face them, to see that actually they are not real, or that they are not that important, that they are part of your character or they are part of yourself, but they don't take over the whole persona of you. You know, so probably, you know, I think that the guy is a bit fearful of being alone, or probably he's afraid of his activities being on pause. You know, there's something about him not wanting to stop. He doesn't like to stop. He just wants to keep working and working and working. You know, he doesn't like to be stopped. You know, and he fears that there's going to be someone that is going to be like, you know, we don't want you here, like, you know, come back tomorrow, but today no, we're not going to do business with you, you know, something like this. I think that he fears rejection, or he fears the public rejection. He's like, what if people don't want me anymore? He's a complex guy. Okay. Going to read for Treasure Jungwon. I don't know much about this guy, but I'm going to read for this Treasure that they told me that this is the Aquarius guy of Treasure. Jungwon. A lot of fives. A lot of fives, and he also got a Leo card, a Leo placement that is the fifth house. A lot of fives. Okay, we start with the third chakra, the third eye chakra. These guys have their chakras blocked. They need some cleansing because they have their chakras blocked. The Hierophant, Five of Swords, the Magician in reverse, and Five of Cups. And then from the Oracle, he got the card of Saturn in Leo, Generosity. Definitely, he's very sensitive guy. His third eye chakra is like asking him to observe more, and to also be much more intuitive. Also with the Hierophant, yeah, I think that they're asking him to be, this year, to be, I don't know if he's like the kind of, well, he's an Aquarius, but there's something about him being the rebellious one, probably. And with the Hierophant and also the Five of Swords, there's something about him probably having to be a bit much more open to receive some teachings or some lessons, very valuable lessons. I think that it's not just about, you know, career. I think that it also has to do with life in general. You know, his third eye chakra is like, you know, you should be much more intuitive. There's something about him probably being a bit resistant to listening to what really is going on with him. He has the Five of Swords in the middle, so I don't know what is it, but probably this could be a year of a lot of like discussions with some members. I think that he has this strong need to be right. You know, there's something about him probably, or either like having some arguments with people or starting some discussions with people, and you know, being in this very rigid posture of like, I am right. You know, I am right. Like, I'm going to say what I have to say because I have the, you know, I have the opinion. I have this opinion. And him pushing a lot to win certain arguments or certain confrontations. I think that this year he's going to be a bit sharp. But his more spiritual side is sort of like guiding him to chill a bit and not be so confrontative. Because actually if he starts, like if he continues being like this, he's going to lose a lot. He's going to lose a lot. He's going to lose a lot. Also, he has the Magician in reverse, so there's something about him not being able to actually get his energy right, you know, or actually like to be able to manage his talents in a more effective way. I think that he's a bit blocked. There's something about him being a bit blocked, and probably in 2024 he's going to feel like this. You know, there's a lot of vibes in here. So definitely the cards are like, you know, don't be so stubborn. Like, don't be so caught up in like, I am right. You know, there's something about him defending his point of view or defending, you know, his way of seeing things, that this could create chaos with others. I think that if maybe it has to do with the company and him wanting to ask something for himself, the conversation is not going to go very well. Probably he already had issues in the past, so he's like, you know, I'm starting to feel like this is personal. Like you guys really don't like me, or that this is something that you only do to me because I don't see that it happens with the others, you know. So I see him very sharp this year, you know, very much in conflict. Also feeling a bit frustrated because he feels like he has the potential, or probably he is, I don't know what role he has in the group, if he is like a rapper or a singer, but there's something about him wanting to manifest, like maybe, you know, show a different side of himself and not being able to do it because maybe this is like this is given to someone else. So yeah, he feels a bit like an outcast, I would say. But yeah, with the Five of Cups, I think that he will go through a period of feeling a bit pity for himself. I mean, like, you know, like I feel like I'm wasting my time, like no one listens to me. But in here, the Five of Cups, the keyword is change your focus. So definitely, yeah, I think that eventually he will learn to listen a bit more to his intuition and, you know, sort of like don't get obsessed with the things that you don't get, because probably this doesn't have to do with him. It's something that it has to do with the company, because they do have he does have the Hierophant in here. So the things about tradition, company values, or wherever, that, you know, this is a very traditional, you know, company. So I can sort of see the restriction, you know, like he wants to be different or he wants something different and they don't let him be. So I sort of see that he's a bit fed up of this. He's a bit fed up, but he will have to change his focus. Yeah, he also got another major arcana. That is the High Priestess. That is like, stop talking. Stop talking and listen more. Listen to what people around you say, or listen to your, I don't know if he's religious, but if he does believe in angels or whatever, just listen to your spiritual guides. Because definitely starting with the third eye chakra, there's something about his spirituality. There's something about his you know, maybe his spiritual guides or someone that is like trying to reach out to him, and it's like, open your eyes, open your intuition, stop acting a fool, like listen to your intuition more, stop talking, because with these people you cannot win them by, you know, showing facts or just like, you know, having discussions like words and words, because they don't get it. So it's like observe more, be more intelligent. This is not the time for action. This is not the time for him to get on the defensive. This is not, because he can lose a lot. Not just like lose, you know, lose like a sort of lose people's, you know, people's appreciation, but also he could lose in a sense that you know, this is not personal. What he is not manifesting in his life is because probably it has to do with the group, and it has to do with certain things that are not being handled correctly. But the cards are like, you know, this is not the time for you to get greedy. This is not the time for you to be like, you know, I want this. No, this year not. This year no. No. You lay low. Lay low, don't draw attention to yourself, and pay attention and listen more. That when the right opportunity comes, be ready, open your third eye chakra, be ready, listen, and take the opportunity. But not now, not now. So it's like, don't make it worse for yourself. Don't make it worse for yourself. And also, yeah, with Saturn in Leo, generosity. See? He has to be generous. He has to keep shining. He has to keep being the artist that he is. Like, be generous. Give your time. Give your efforts. Like, give it all away. Give it. Be generous. Don't expect nothing in return. Eventually, probably in Leo season, probably during Leo season, he's going to start seeing that things are going to start moving when it comes to his influence or his popularity or his opportunity to do more with the group. For now, the beginning is a bit slow, is a bit with a lot of conflicts, so he better do not fight people. It's totally unnecessary that he starts argument with these people, because these people are like, we know what we're doing. So, you know, it's like, don't waste your energy. Be generous. Keep shining. Don't keep shining. Okay, the last reading that I have here for today is for NCT Jaehyun solo. The solo that we didn't see coming. But yeah, for our Valentine's boy, in his season, let's pull the cards for him. Let's go for his solo and for whatever he has available also. Ah, no, not you, but we. We want the best for Jaehyun. We love him. Okay, for Jaehyun in his season, let's see about his solo and his other projects. Let's see how he's going to do in 2024. NCT Jaehyun. Ah, this Hierophant card. Oh my God, today is on fire, the Hierophant card. Today is on fire. Today it was everywhere. Oh my God. Very, very stable, very traditional, very, like, you know, career orientated. Okay. We start with the Eight of Swords for Jaehyun. Eight of Swords. This is the Devil. The Devil. Eight of Pentacles. The Hierophant. And the Heart Chakra. So positive, very positive. And then from the Oracle, he got the card of Venus in Capricorn. Convention. So see, he has to stay in the building, like literally. He has to stay conventional, And this is, I think that this is the appeal of Jaehyun. That Jaehyun is like, yeah, he is an Aquarius, of course, he is original, but at the same time, everything that he does is conventional to the sense that it has to do with the image that he already has. It's not like him doing crazy things. It's all very faithful to his image. So I think that the cards are saying, like, while you remain like conventional, like probably conventional beauty, conventional styles, we probably will get Jaehyun in suits for a long time in the MVs. There's something about him staying in the box, literally, and him being successful at it. Actually, him being very successful. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that these are moments because here with the Eight of Swords, that it says helpless and hopeless, and with the card of the Devil, I think that there's some decisions that are being made. I don't know if it's about the solo, if it's about another things that probably are being mastered against his permission. Like there's something about him feeling helpless around certain decisions about him. So there could be some things that are being arranged behind his back, or there's some things that he's like, I'm not 100% free. Like these were chosen for me. So I think that there's something about him sort of trying to find the positive side of that he has opportunities. There's a lot of ambition around Jaehyun's image. I think that there's someone that wants to push him like in front row a lot. I don't know if it has to do with luxury goods or there's something about them wanting to put Jaehyun like on everywhere. Definitely here with the Eight of Pentacles in the middle, I think that the guy is going to work really hard. Like poor guy. Like I see him like practicing, working on the details, like doing things over and over and rehearsing and over and over. I think that this energy about him putting the effort and probably working on small details about what he does, he's not going to be able to rest. I don't see much rest for him, but I think that he will find a sort of comfort in this routine of always being like, he wants to be better, and I think that this I said when we were pulling cards last year for his acting career, that I think that the guy is going to, I think that they sort of put him in these activities or in these opportunities, and they don't give him much to work with. They don't give him the lessons, or they don't give him so I see him practicing on his own. And this is something that I see here again for this year, for the solo. He really put in the effort. Like him probably staying up by himself and practicing and just like going through scripts or going through dance practices and going through different activities all by himself. like perfection in his art, because I feel like he feels a bit trapped from time to time, because when we see the devil, I see that he is a bit, he feels a bit like in a cage, you know, that some things are happening very fast and probably no one told him. So he feels a bit manipulated and a bit attached to certain responsibilities that weren't his. I don't know, but I think that he's going to put the effort. Definitely, he's going to work really hard. Also, something that I think that Jaehyun is something that he does is that he's very silent about his efforts. You know, when I see this card, the dedicated effort, you know, I see him working on himself or perfectioning himself and not telling anyone about it. You know, not being talking about it and being like, you know, guys, I spent all night up doing this, arranging this, doing it. No, I think that there's something very, there's something about his energy that is very, it's not beautiful, it's not, the word is not beautiful, but I think that it's very, is very respectful how he just goes with the flow. You know, how he just follows the guidelines. You know, you tell him to do this and he does it. And he puts the effort and he works step by step, step by step. You know, maybe some people find it boring, but for him it's like, you know, this is what I can do. This is what I can do with this unexpected agenda that I have. You know, all of a sudden I have the agenda full and, you know, no one told me. But because in here I don't see much communication, but yeah, also with the Hierophant and the heart chakra, I think that these are going to be very challenging, a very challenging year when it comes to all the eyes are going to be on Jaehyun. Probably he's going to be working a lot. I see it here. I see him like practicing non-stop. But I think that with the heart chakra, definitely he's going to be very proud and very happy of himself. Like even getting a bit emotional. Like I don't know what's going on with Jaehyun heart chakra, but I see him like opening up. So we could see a much more emotional Jaehyun. We are going to see a much more emotional Jaehyun, a much more like I let go of the control, you know, and I sort of become a model or an example for others. So, because if we see the cards that we started, the guy starts, you know, with the Eight of Swords and with the card of the Devil. He definitely starts feeling a bit on the defensive and feeling a bit trapped, you know, like I'm feeling a bit manipulated. I feel like I cannot see the way out. You know, there's no way for me to resist. This is going to happen anyway. But then, if we see the other two cards, the last two cards, we have Teach, that is the Hierophant, and we have Heart Chakra. So there's a liberation. See, there's a liberation of the heart that was in a cage in here, or that was in a sort of prison that he wasn't able to express or say, or even say, I don't want this. You know, there's something about some decisions being made around Jaehyun that probably he cannot be like, hey, I don't want to do this. You know, probably he didn't feel like he was in a place to say this. But I think that with his dedicated effort and everything that he's going to be working on, that is going to be a lot, he's going to sort of master and become a sort of teacher for others, a sort of like role model. I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes like a sort of judge or a mentor for others. Like, I don't know. You know that he always gets some kind of religious card, that he gets the Hierophant. But I often see it, like, especially in his connection with the other members, he always comes up as the Hierophant. You know, this very Taurus card. With his moon in Taurus, it resonates a lot. But it's about, you know, the patience. It's about like, yeah, like I am patient. I follow the traditions. I'm staying here, I'm sitting here. Even when moments are uncomfortable, even in moments when I don't know what's going on, but I embrace it and I open my heart to the experience. And I learned something valuable with this. So he can become a sort of mentor. He can become a sort of mentor. And probably, I don't know, maybe with his acting or something, he can actually like get into people's feelings. We could get emotional with Jaehyun, with what he's creating, whatever he's doing, or he's going to release this year. So, you know, there's going to be something very, very, very beautiful for Jaehyun. And from feeling this helpless to feeling the Hierophant, to feeling like a teacher, is a great advance. It's a great advance. But at first, I think that we need to let him do the efforts, and put the efforts and work extra hours. Because honestly, I don't see other people helping him. I think that it's just him. It's just him working. It's just him working. But yeah, like Venus in Capricorn says, be conventional. Be simple. Do what you gotta do. Be responsible. Be routinary. And stay. Stay in your place. You're well in there. Don't move. Be conventional. This is your career. Stay in the square. Stay in the building. Stay in the known, in what is known, in what is normal for you. This is where the success is. The success comes to him when he is conventional. He doesn't have to go crazy and do crazy things to get attention. He can just be his conventional, responsible, patient self. And he will get the recognition. He will get it. At least this year he will get it. His Taurus moon is enough. And also, you know, with the card of convention, Venus in Capricorn, I think I said this before, that there's something about Jaehyun being very loved and respected in the company. And I think that Venus in Capricorn is a card that also talks about how you had shown through the years that you are a reliable employee. You know, so I think that the guy is a very, very, he has a lot of value in how conventional he is. You know, he has a lot of value. And the older he gets, the more serious the things, the opportunities that come to him will get. It seems like he's building something. He's going to go somewhere. He's going to be someone. It's just that it's slow. It's a slow process. It's not like now. It's a slow process. But the guy is very diligent. He goes slow. He goes, you know, there he goes, Jaehyun, in a suit, you know, but he goes. And then when he gets the opportunities, you're like, really? Did you get the opportunity? I love it because he's the silent type. He's the silent type. You know, he doesn't say much, but he gets it. Like I told you, he goes places. He gets there, slowly, silently, you know, but he gets there. When others are fighting and just going crazy, the guy gets there. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I've been here for 3 hours. But yeah, thank you so much to the people that was witness of this. And yeah, let's see each other next Wednesday for the intimate fantasies, and then of course I'm going to add another readings. For the intimate fantasies, I'm going to do the one that we were talking about grabbing piece of papers and writing down the names of your biases, and we are going to do I'm going to do a sort of like I wanted to say like I don't know how you say that when you pick the opportunity, but well, is it like lottery? Is it like this? Is that how it's called? Rifa. Yeah. You get me, Akira. You get me. Yeah, I should do that. You know, every time I don't get a word, the proper word in English, I just say it in Spanish, and then you know maybe the Google translation sometimes it helps me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye.